Welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. Forensic, don't forget to subscribe. I'm off to the Valleys for a road trip tomorrow and I want to get the car looking really nice. So I've washed it down. This is the 328i Sport BMW. Always keep the interior clean. So all I've had to do is just give that a 20-second vacuum. The rest of it's already clean enough. And I just want to get some fresh wax look on it, and I'm going to dress the tyres in a bit as well. And that's it, and I'm done. If you keep the car relatively clean, it doesn't take too long to sort it out. Now, I like to machine apply, not all the time. You know, sometimes we like to go frivolous and live life on the edge and put a wax on by hand. Which I've got a few up there, and I was thinking about maybe putting a nice carnauba wax on by hand, but I want that scrub from the machine. Makes it a lot easier, and it really just gives it a little scrub, like cleans the paint up a bit more. So I put the 6-inch plate onto the XFE, the 6-inch plate, and we'll take the 6-inch pad. Don't have so many 6-inch pads. I rarely use them. Complete guesswork. Let's just chuck that on. I'll sort that out in a second. Now, what product? That's not good. What product should we use? Now, I've got two main liquid sealants. So I think these are kind of non-abrasive products. This is like a filler liquid wax with graphene. Sorry, a bit out of line. And I think this won my best sealant review, and it was up against this one as well. Really good in all areas. Really good except for hydrophobicity. It just doesn't bead, it's more of a sheeter. People always tell me in the comments, beads aren't important, I love a sheeter. Then whenever I show a product that sheets or doesn't have rapid hydrophobicity, I get 10 million other people tell me it's rubbish because it's not beading. So there's all that. So use whatever you like. I like a nice beader, but this is a good product. And I think it's also durable, but it's just harder to tell because it's so unhydrophobic compared to other things. This is pretty beady, not a 10 out of 10 for beading, but like a good 7 or 8, something like that. This is really durable. It's a American sealant, ceramic. It's not a ceramic coating, but it's like a ceramic polymer sealant. Really nice and smooth to buff. Quite strong, real strong solvent honk. And I think for this time around, I'm just going to go with the Auto Finesse, just to give it a run out, you know. We'll have a look though. We'll do a live set, and if it doesn't meet my requirements, I'll switch back to the Ultra Lock. Either one would do, actually. Either one would do. But yeah, don't use the Auto Finesse if you like hydrophobicity. 3 to 4 pea-size drops on a foam applicator. Work one panel at a time. Circular motions. Yeah, with this one, you don't have to wait at all before you buff, according to the instructions, unless they got that wrong. But I assume they haven't. Because I don't think they have, because I actually tested it that way as well, and it seemed to be okay. But you can leave it on the panel for a little bit. It's not going to hurt. So always give it a nice good, shake up, just to make sure it's all homogenised, or homogeneous. Don't know how long it's been there, so should be good. Whenever you've shaken the hell out of it, it's warm. Sometimes you open these, they go. Let's see if it's going to do it. A little bit, not too bad. And you get the idea. This is like an emulsion. So we've got a bit of a dry pad. It's a big pad as well, so we'll probably put 5 drops, pea-sized drops. Should be enough. And then that, we're just going to spread out over our bonnet. Now, one thing when you're machine applying sealants, I've got a bit of dust in there from not cleaning my pad properly before. It's been a long time since I used this pad. I have actually. You can see all that dust coming out. So it's a rookie mistake, that is. You should always spin your pad. Always spin it before you put any product on it. So, it don't matter, I'll catch all that. So, now what I'm going to do is just very quickly apply that over that half of this bonnet on bat speed 4. It doesn't really matter Doesn't matter, I'm not cutting the paint, so. There you go. Really nice, actually, really easy. I remember one of the things about this was it's very easy to use. Now, that sealant is ready for the buffage. I wish I hadn't put that little dusty stuff everywhere though. So it's ready to be buffed. Yeah, it's nice. It's not stiff as a wax. That dust in there is nothing to do with that sealant. It's just to do with a bit of polish in the pad. That's a rookie mistake. See, I'm getting just underneath it, just getting some little trails that just need a bit more buffing, like the little record discs. Nothing bad though. The buff is pretty good. You might just need a little flip like that once you've done an area and just buff back over it. There we go. It's nice. You don't get any of that whiteness in the corners around the edges. And it does feel really nice. Yes, I'm panting a bit. Just, it's very hot. It's very hot, you know. Very hot today. What I don't want any dust, which is annoying, but that's not the product. I don't want any smeary bits, because that just looks sugar rubbish. So yeah, there we go. Don't want to be fighting this product. I want to have the car sealed. I'll do that whole section under there, a different set. So I'll go, let's do the roof now. I'll have this whole car sealed in, what, 15 minutes? I don't know. Something like that. Let's go again. A bit. So I'm just putting some more, it's very thin, this, especially in the heat. Just putting some more of the wax on. My towel. Oh, there it is. So just turn the machine off there so I don't put all of this stuff in those trims. It's very easy to buff. The other way, it's just like wax on and then wax off. I'm sure if you left it a bit, it'd be absolutely fine. It's unusual for a sealant not to have any cure time. We'll double check at some point. But when I tested it, like I say in the video review, I followed the instructions. I was like, oh, okay. It doesn't say to leave it, so we won't leave it. And it still did well. So it must be very quick, you know, that little bit of heat from working it on the panel. Oh, whatever it's doing. But I suppose if it's a wax as well, don't know, but whatever it does seems to be good. But it's really nice to use. Just like, very nice. Very slick. I've got a couple of water spots down there. Look at that. What are they from? Hate that. That won't come off. They will not come off with that little soft pad. Just live with it. I'll get those next time. I'm not even messing around. So you get the idea. All right, it's probably going to bug me. You get the idea. Both of these are really good products. If I could only have one of these two products, what would it be? It would be the Ultra Lock, except you have to pay. It's very difficult to get it in the UK. Very difficult, and it's very expensive over here. Like a lot of American products and vice versa, UK products which go over to America, they get a premium lumped on top of it. But I guess it was okay for me because I could do a video on it, and that kind of pays for the cost of it, you know. But normally you wouldn't pay whatever it costs, 40 or 50 quid for a little bottle of sealant, when it's normally like, you know, what, 15, 20 bucks in America. So there you go. But that would be my preference of the two, because I think it just does everything. It's a real silky buff. It's a bit more hydrophobic and durable. It's got the ceramic. We've got the graphene, I suppose. Both good products, though. Main thing for me is just like, I do like a sealant, you know, to have good durability. You know, I don't want something that just washes off the car. I want it to know that when I test it, it's up there in that top order. When I'm testing a whole wide range of sealants, you know, typically durability, it's not the be all and end all, but it's important. But with these, I really want them easy to use. Like, you want them, you know, easier to spread than a paste wax, and they are. Easier to buff than the paste wax, and they are a little bit. You know, better durability, just slightly better products, man-made products, rather than, you know, organic blends, which is what these paste waxes are. So yeah, very good. Still love a paste wax. So you do not need, you know, I've been at the stage where I've had like 30 different sealants in my cupboards. You do not need them really. You need one good sealant, one nice paste wax if you're into detailing, one liquid sealant. You could search up and down the world for a better liquid sealant than that, and you'll struggle to find one. It's nice and shiny, you know, beady, well, reasonably beady, but just lasts, you know, between washes really well, and it's so rapid to apply. So yeah, I've got a good collection of products here, you know, just trying to minimise it and really cut down. I will, you know, I'll just try and use up some of those. Trying to use up these citruses. Got my built hamper stuff back out there. I'm trying to use some of these. I washed the car with the GSF, which is nice. You have to use quite a lot of it. So if you've got like 15 litres of water, you probably need like 75 ml of product, which is a lot of shampoo to put in a bucket. So if you use 10 litres, 50 ml, so you get 20 washes out of that bottle, which is okay. But, you know, compare that to my car chem, and I can use 5 to 7 ml. It doesn't make that much difference, but when you got your review head on, you kind of look at the cost per wash, and if that's like, you know, 30, 40p or whatever it is versus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7p or whatever it is, then you really have to consider things like that. But I think this is pretty good shampoo. It's not over sudsy, it's just fine. It's slick, they're all slick. It's pH neutral. Yeah, it's just a mild shampoo. You can chuck some of that in if you want a bit more poke. Very good products, Koch. Very good, no nonsense, well formulated. If pretty much everything I've got on this shelf is probably a good product. Everything, all this stuff is all the really good, high performing stuff, high value concentrates that, you know, you can just go through and it didn't cost you any money. And then up here is kind of my little secret pleasures. You know about my abrasives. I like this primer. I think Gel primer is really good because it's not as far as I know, it's not an aluminium oxide abrasive. It's a different type of material, and that material you're using in it has an abrasive effect. But that is like the resin, you know, the SI material, the SI primer has an abrasive effect. It's very mild. You can finish out with it, but you have to go careful with it, you know, make sure it's not aggressive even for a finishing product. So you have to really work it if you're going to finish it out, but not overwork it. Don't blast it, because then you can make it hard to remove. So just be patient with it. But it does, if you're using a ceramic coating, I would definitely use this primer. done videos on the difference, big difference actually. It really gives you, really shows the coating and helps the coating sort of look good and bead better throughout its life. Probably very underrated for that property. But you can use it with the waxes and sealants, even though you're apparently not supposed to. I use it as a primer for waxes and sealants, especially that water-based turtle wax. That with that turtle wax seal and shine works really, really well. These are all good products. This is a very good all-in-one 3D speed. That's a very good abrasive, but the sealant in it's not great. That's a very good finishing polish, but the finishing wax in it's not great. That's just the pure finishing polish. Triple, I'm addicted to the smell of it. Black Hole is still pretty good. Both, you know, that's an acrylic resin glaze. That's a wax-based polish. That's a pure glass polish. That exhaust tip cleaner, I'm just going to use all of that up. Yeah, cookie cutter abrasives, very good. Probably the best all-in-one you can buy in terms of protection by a long way. It's actually got good protection in it. All my Geon stuff, that's all my fine reserve of wines. I'm virtually out of there. Quick detail. I'm trying to just use this stuff. I'm trying to use it. There's no point in just having it sitting on the shelf looking good. You've got to use it. And I have used quite a lot of it actually. I'm really out of the quick detailer. Yeah, I'll move, once I've done the quick detail, I'll move on and use up all my ceramic detailer, which I like. So there we go, guys. So I'm going to crack on, get the rest of the car sealed, and take care. Let me know what your favourite liquid sealant and wax, you know, one of these type products, your liquid thing, whatever it is. And what's your favourite traditional paste wax? Do you combo them? So I could put one of these down and then go over the top with one of these. But I'm sure I'd rub this through probably, because waxes have got like a scrubbing effect when you're rubbing over the surface. And the layer of whatever I've put down on this is sub-micron, very thin. And you go rubbing a hydrocarbon wax over the top of it. I talked about this before. You're probably just going to strip. You can strip whatever's on there and mix it, you know, and just put another layer of something else. But it's not really, I don't know if it's really going to layer like a sandwich, you know, like two loaves of bread. You got you know, two slices sitting on top of each other. I don't think it's going to work like that. Rub two slices of bread together and they'll just sort of like disintegrate and mix up into breadcrumbs. I don't know, that's not a good analogy. Anyway, I will see you guys later. I'll take my cameras and film some stuff in Wales because I'm looking forward to it. I'm just hoping this car makes it. Hoping it makes it. The more I drive it, the more things break on it. Anyway, over and out. Doug.